everyone, and welcome back to the wonderful world of cruise holidays and adventures with CruiseAway, Australia's trusted choice for incredible getaways for over 20 years. I'm Derek, always lovely to have you with us here at Gecko, and in this show we're talking world cruising with a relatively new addition to the cruise world, Ambassador Cruise Lines. Based in the UK, they've already been wowing passengers with incredibly homely cruises stacked with entertainment and facilities at a really affordable price tag. Well, we'd like to introduce you to them with the chance of a lifetime, a world cruise opportunity. Now, the whole cruise is 120 days going from January to May next year. Now, if you're interested in the whole journey, we really want to hear from you right now. Our team are ready to take your call on 1300 407 683. But what we're going to do in this show is break it down into smaller sectors. And the first one will be cruising from London in the UK to Sydney via Europe, the Caribbean, the South Seas and New Zealand. And then later we'll take the journey from Sydney to London on the second leg of the world cruise, taking an altogether different journey. But let's get started. Oh, and we have got for you exclusive pricing for this. Will also include your service charges, gratuities and select drinks while you're on the cruise. So the first offer is 52 incredible nights altogether, starting on the 3rd of January, where we'll fly you from Sydney to London in the UK. And when we arrive, we've got 2 nights in a London hotel to explore the city. Where would you go first in London? There are so many choices, aren't there? Will you go to Tower Bridge and stand and look over the Palace of Westminster? Will you go to the Tower of London? Will you go on the London Eye? Will you do all of these things? We've got plenty of time to, actually. You've got 2 nights in a hotel to enjoy. There are so many wonderful things that you can do in London. Incredible restaurants, of course. Great West End theatre shows for you to enjoy. Go and see if the King's in at Buckingham Palace. And see King and Queen now, of course, isn't it? Incredible. You're going to have a lovely couple of days there. And then it's time to join your cruise ship. Your home for the next 49 nights is the Ambassador Ambience. Now, Ambassador Cruise Line are brilliant. Very, very nice. As you can see here, smaller ships, so you've got that more intimate feel, that nice friendly feel on board. The value you will feel straight away, by the way. You will be absolutely blown away by the price tag that is coming your way on this as well. So very nice looking ships, lots of wonderful touches to them. It's that smaller cruise line experience. It's around about 1,400 passengers on the Ambassador Ambience, which is lovely. So the real focus here is all on fine food, lots of entertainment, and I mean lots of entertainment, and lots of enrichment for you to enjoy as well. Wonderful service on board. It is the flagship of their fleet right now. They've got the Observatory Lounge, which is a lounge with lots of different entertainment and activities during the day. And actually, a good friend of mine, Mr. Robin Ross, who's an expert on Havana and Cuba and radio and celebrities and all kinds, actually goes on the ambassador ships quite a lot. So I got the real lowdown from him as to what happens on board. And in terms of enrichment, there are so many different things. There are classes that you can get involved in, watercolour classes, things to learn, wonderful presentations. And as you go around the world, there'll be guest artists joining, there'll be food offerings tailored to that part of the world, and the most incredible entertainment from the team on board, as well as guest artists as well. So a really nice friendly feel on board. As you can see, it's a very, very classy affair as well. Very kind of southwest London, the styling based here. Very Wimbledon for those of you who know your tennis, which is why one of the bars there is called SW19. The whole central area of the ship is called Centre Court there, which is over 3 levels. We'll talk more about the inside and the look of the ship a little bit more later, but this is kind of like real laid back, relaxing cruising, and that's what you want. This is a long cruise. This is half a world cruise, in fact, that we're about to do. So you want to make sure that everything is calm, comfortable, relaxed, moves at a certain pace. You've got an incredible staff and team on board who are enthusiastic and friendly, and together, that's a great thing. You can always tell that if the crew are happy, it makes a happy cruise, let me tell you. So let's start on the first of our 49 nights then. From Tilbury in the UK, we go to Rotterdam in Holland in the Netherlands. Now there's the Plaswijk Park Entertainment Park here, which is brilliant for kids of all ages. Het Park is a wonderful tranquil wander as well, and the Trompenberg Gardens. Next we go to Portugal, to Lexos. Now this is the port for Porto, sitting on the Douro River, famous of course for the port wine. Fantastic history here as well, and a lovely atmosphere, and an incredible imposing cathedral in this city as well. Next we go to Ponta Delgada in the Azores, cobbled streets here, small squares right the way around the centre. You can visit the boilers, which is the hot springs there, thermal ponds and lakes, and massive volcano craters as well. Across the Atlantic for a few days, and we're in the wonderful Caribbean, starting in Bridgetown in Barbados. Now that's always going to be a warm welcome, isn't it? You can hear the steel drums, you can hear the music, you can feel the warm sunshine, you can see the sandy beaches. We are here in the Caribbean. Curacao next, and again, that picture, those three pictures actually tell you everything you need to know about, again, another paradisical destination. That sea trek looks fascinating, by the way, doesn't it? Next we're going to San Blas Islands. Now this is Panama, just off the northern coast. Over 300 islands here, lovely island tours you can get involved in. It's great for snorkeling. It's just, again, another one of those sheer tropical paradises. Next we transit through the world famous Panama Canal, of course, one of the most important shipping lanes in the world, and such a spectacle as well. A few days at sea and we're in Nuku in the Marquesas Islands in French Polynesia, so we're in the South Pacific now. Taiohae is the port here. Very few tourists here, so it feels very, very unspoilt and beautiful. Papeete next in Tahiti. This is the biggest of all the islands in French Polynesia, of course. You've got the botanical gardens here, the maple forest, and the Galapagos turtles as well. And you can shop for the authentic black Tahitian pearls. Bora Bora next, again in French Polynesia. You can rent a pontoon boat here, create your own tour around this place, and visit Bloody Mary's restaurant, which is very famous here. All the stars have been in there, and you should as well. Next we go to Huahina, Mero Bay in French Polynesia. Again, less touristy kind of destination here. It used to be home to the royalty in Tahiti, so lots of relics and temples here. Next we go into Rarotonga, and this is the Cook Islands, the heart of the Cook Islands actually. Very, very unspoilt indeed. Wonderful tours here. Take a sea scooter to see the sea turtles, or you can take a muddy buggy tour here as well. Very nice indeed. Next we go to Tonga, to Nuku'alofa. This is the capital. Has a market near the port, and it's very, very easy to get the ferry to the beach here. Really interesting to see how the locals live here. Lovely markets, old wrecks to explore as well. Then we go into Auckland in New Zealand. Sky Tower here is incredible. Really, really nice to see. Get up onto the observation deck and get a 360-degree panoramic view there, or you can bungee jump from it as well if you're brave. Bay of Islands next. There's nearly 150 different islands here. Very undeveloped, big game fishing, Maori cultural artefacts here, a subtropical paradise, and you can take an eco cruise here as well and see the dolphins, penguins, marlins and whales. And 49 nights later, on the 24th of February, we will leave this cruise in Sydney, Australia. It is going to be absolutely incredible. What a journey that is, from London to Sydney and everywhere else in between as well. Of course, you've got a couple of days at sea at the end of the cruise between the Bay of Islands in New Zealand and when you get into Sydney. That is quite some holiday shopping list, that, but it's all done at a nice relaxed pace as well. And the great thing is you have no major worries. So when I talk to you about the price tag of this one, there are no major additions to this apart from things that you want to do. So January next year. It's 52 nights all told. Incredible. I love these meaty holidays. They're brilliant. If you can do it, you should do. There is no time like the present. The price I'm about to give you includes your flight from flight to London from Sydney. You've got 2 nights in a London hotel there, and then we've got the transfer to Tilbury, which is not that far out of London actually, to join the Ambassador Ambience in Tilbury for 7 weeks of cruising. And exclusive to us here at CruiseAway, our price includes select drinks, service charges and gratuities, and the cruise ends back home in Sydney, which is, you know, tick after tick after tick. It's all good news. Okay, what price tag are you expecting for 7 weeks of cruising and the flight from Sydney to London and the hotel stay in London? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's anywhere near the price I'm about to show you here. To do half a world cruise, I know, right? Select drinks, service charges and gratuities included in that price tag. Flight to London, 2 nights in a London hotel, transfer from London to the actual ship, and then sailing 49 nights back to Sydney. Half a world cruise for under $10,000. I mean, it's craziness. It really is fantastic, and you should be on board as soon as you possibly can. Ambassador are going to give you a very, very warm welcome indeed. Let's take a look at the upgrades then available on this cruise as well, because if you want to upgrade from your inside stateroom there up to ocean view, up to balcony, or even the treat of a suite, which would just be the icing on the cake on something like this, wouldn't it? Then your price tags are there. Any questions you've got whatsoever, by the way, speak to our team right now, 1300 407 683. And of course, you can see the offer in more detail on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. This is wonderful. Absolutely incredible. Do you know, the idea of a world cruise always sounds daunting, but now, do you know what? That's within our reach. You know, that doesn't feel like fantasy land. That doesn't feel like we need to be a royal or a celebrity to actually do it. That's really incredible, isn't it? Now, listen, we will do the second half of this world cruise in just a moment. But for those of you who are new to us, first of all, welcome to our shows. We're here every day on Gecko at 1 and 4 in the afternoon. And here's just 1 or 2 reasons why so many people book their holidays with us.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Yeah, and we're here with different shows every single day as well, by the way, which is brilliant. So we've always got some amazing, amazing cruise holiday ideas, and we deal with all of the major cruise lines as well. Right then, this is almost like Welcome Back and Part 2, because the first offer was absolutely incredible. And the next package that we have is the same cruise ship, with the same cruise line, and it's the same world cruise, but it's the second half of it. This time we're going from Sydney to London on a very, very different journey, going via Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, the Indian Ocean Islands, Kenya, South Africa, Tristan da Cunha, Brazil, Cape Verde, Morocco and Portugal to the UK. Whew. That is quite some list, isn't it? And this is quite some holiday as well. 74 nights in all, starting in Sydney. And here she is again, the Ambassador Ambience. And I tell you what, you are going to love her. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her. Ambassador as a cruise line are relatively new to the UK, been around the last sort of couple of years or so, and already, I mean, the most amazing rave reviews. And I'll tell you why. First of all, their value for money is incredible. Secondly, the crew on board. It's about the ambience on board. Pardon the pun, because the ship is called Ambience, but it is about how it feels to be on board. This isn't that big ship experience. This is almost classic cruising with modern twists, if you like, but it's calm and it's comfortable and everything happens at a pace that you will be comfortable with as well. You'll love it. Fantastic entertainment on board and lots of different places to enjoy entertainment as well. You've got the observatory lounge, which have lots of different activities going on during the day. It's guest lectures, and in the evening, cabaret is there and you can dance late into the night. So one of the entertainment venues becomes one of the nightclubs, which is lovely. Cocktails, enjoy the views out to the sea during the day. You've also got the Palladium, which is the main theatre here, across 2 decks. The show team and the guest artists from around the world are incredible, and it's a nice variety. Look, there is the centre of the ship. That's called Centre Court, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's across 3 decks, so it's very big, it's very impressive, and it means that the ship is very easy to navigate as well, because you find Centre Court and everything springs from there. The swanky SW19 cocktail bar, which is great for people watching. You've got things like Future Cruise and the destination experiences, which are your excursions. So a lot of the places we'll be going to, you might not be familiar with, but if you see the destination experiences team, you can book your excursions there and see the adventures you can have along the way. Wonderful opportunities on board as well for specialty dining. Let's just talk dining for a second. The Buckingham restaurant is the main restaurant there. Wonderful wide variety of dishes for everyone, but there's also Borough Market, which is, I don't even want to call it a buffet because it's not really the standard buffet that you would expect on board. Lots of different stations on board. Italian, British classics are there, of course, because this is a British cruise line. Asian flavours. There's even a vegan station as well. Lovely atmosphere, lots of entertainment, lots going on, and specialty dining. There's also different classes you can get involved with and activities on board as well. So here we go out of Sydney for 71 nights. Are we ready? Melbourne first. The cricket ground, of course, here. Big draw in Melbourne. But you've got Port Campbell National Park there as well. And the Ocean Drive is definitely worth a trip. Rainforest Gallery looks rather nice as well, doesn't it? On to Adelaide next. Sporting fans, you might want to see the Oval here. Explore the Central Market, of course. The fabulous Barossa Valley wines, which I'm very partial to. Responsibly, one at a time, very nice indeed. Heart of the opal industry, of course, as well. Next we go into Fremantle, which is the Perth port, into the Swan River there, which is a lovely boat trip from Perth to into Fremantle. You can see some of the most expensive real estate in Australia there as well. Lombok next in Indonesia. Head to Batara here and visit the wonderful temples. There's the Mayura Water Palace, and very, very laid back feel here in Indonesia. Next, a highlight on this cruise is going to be Singapore. Incredible city, of course. Clarke Quay, have a wander around that. If you do get to the chance, get to Gardens by the Bay. Sentosa Resort, maybe, with its marine park. Lots of choices there. Next, on to Penang in Malaysia. Georgetown is where everyone heads to here. Botanical gardens, markets. You've got Monkey Beach there. I wonder what's there. Armenian Street, full of art and cafe culture as well. On to Thailand next, and we're Phuket first. Where you've got wonderful Promthep Cape there with amazing views. You've got the temporals, you've got things like elephant sanctuaries as well. Many, many different choices. I take an excursion there in Phuket. Colombo next, Sri Lanka. Haven of temples here as well. Great specialty shopping here as well. Local woodworks, gems, leather, cotton clothes, spices. Incredible. What an adventure. Next we go into the Maldives, into Malé. This is the capital of the Maldives. You can see the mosques here, the colourful building. Sultan Park here as well is one of the major highlights. Look at those beaches too, beautiful. Into the Seychelles we go next, to Victoria Mahe. 3,000-foot mountains, blooming orchids, crystal waters and giant tortoises. What's not to love about every one of those? Make sure you see as many as you can. Next, we have a big adventure in Mombasa in Kenya. Now, we're on an overnight here, so we have 2 full days and a night. Time to take a safari. The best time to take a safari, of course, is early in the morning and late in the evening. So you've got plenty of opportunity to do that as well. Or maybe just lie on Nyali Beach with a lovely array of water sports. Into South Africa next, Durban. And the Botanic Gardens in Durban are beautiful. The Orchid House there with the wonderful birds. Or you can head down to, again, fantastic beaches, the promenade, a safari adventure, of course, never far away in Durban. The same in Cape Town as well. But Cape Town, of course, lots of you will want to take the cable car up to Table Mountain, maybe to visit Robben Island, Lions Head Mountain. Llandudno Beach as well is the one for the surfers. Next we go into Tristan da Cunha. It's one of the most remote inhabited islands in the world, right in the middle of the South Atlantic there. It's actually the tip of an ancient volcano, the whole place. It looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Next we're into Brazil. Rio first, of course. The capital, Christ the Redeemer statue, the Leblon Lookout and Ipanema Beach. You can be the girl or the boy from Ipanema if you want to. Lovely cocktail bars there as well. Into Salvador, further up the coast, Pelourinho Square here, the Church of São Francisco, or head to the Mercado Modelo. Wonderful shopping there to be had. You can see the Pelourinho district looking very colourful there in that top picture. Next we head to Recife. Again, this is a good place for shopping as well, actually. Fantastic malls here. And the Antigo, which is the historical area right in the centre of Recife. Sounds fantastic. Next we go into Mindelo, São Vicente. We're in the Cape Verde Islands now. Very picturesque, very colourful, very different feel here. Lots of music, lots of wonderful seafood, markets here. And try the cachupa, which is a stew with a little bit of everything. Next to Morocco, the largest city, Casablanca. And you can see the old Medina here of Casablanca, the Morocco Mall. And you can haggle in the souks and bazaars if you like as well. Sounds very nice. So we're getting closer to London, but first into Lisbon in Portugal, the capital. The aquarium here is incredible. Those cute little trams and elevadors. And of course you can get up to Sintra or along the coast to Cascais as well. And then we leave in London Tilbury. We will then transfer you, because it's not far from London, from the port into the main coach station in the centre of London at Victoria. And you'll have 2 nights in a hotel in London before we fly back to Australia, which is very, very nice because you've just had, well, the most incredible 71 nights of cruising. Now, I've cut out all the sea days on the cruising because I kind of think there's no point in keep talking about those. But you do have good chunks of sea days along your cruise as well. So don't think it's port after port after port after port and you'd feel rather exhausted. You do have lots of sea time there as well. There's fabulous London, of course. You're in a hotel there for 2 nights before you fly back from London Heathrow back to gorgeous Sydney. And what an experience you have had as well. Oh my word. And now you see how the 2 halves of this world cruise kind of knit together beautifully. We had part 1 earlier on in the show, and this is kind of like the return leg, if you like, from Sydney back to London. But through so many fascinating parts of the world as well. I mean, coming all the way through South Africa, visiting the world famous Tristan da Cunha, through Rio, through Brazil, through Cape Verde to Morocco and Portugal, and ending in London. It just sounds an absolute dream. And remember, there is so much included in your price tag as well. So let me just give you a little recap of everything that we've got here. The price I'm about to give you is, remember, for 74 nights of incredible world travel. February next year, and 71 of those nights are cruising, of course, with Ambassador on the Ambience, with select drinks, service charges and gratuities all included. Now, we are sailing, of course, from Sydney all the way over to London. We've included the transfer from the port into central London. You've got 2 nights of hotel stay in London, and then of course the flight back from London to Sydney. Now, Again, we have exclusive pricing here at CruiseAway, which is incredible. We are loving this, and it's such an opportunity that rarely comes up in the cruising world. The price here is amazing, and we can put a low deposit on this price tag as well, just under $12,000, or a deposit today of just $2,500 per person. When you think of everywhere you are going, everything you are doing as part of this offer, it is absolutely incredible. It really is. If you need flights to Sydney, again from other cities, please do let us know. What an awesome opportunity. Amazing. Let's have a look at the upgrades for this part of the offer. Bear in mind that the cruise is 71 nights. How many people that you know have ever taken a 71-night cruise? Well, listen, they do say we're here for a good time and not a long time. So, how about a nice long cruise? How many times have you talked about a world cruise, but you've just thought to yourself, no, because it is going to be tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of dollars. And then you look at an opportunity like this and you think, this is good. And listen, I would urge you, go and do your own homework. Go and look at reviews for Ambassador Cruises so you know exactly what people are saying. And people are saying, we love the variety of entertainment. We love the team on board, the talent, the enthusiasm, the friendliness. We love the size of the ships and the way they're styled. They're nice and classic and comfortable, yet they have those nice modern twists to them as well. I mean, for us to have exclusive pricing as well, where we've included things like select drinks and your service charges as well, I think is absolutely brilliant. Now, if you missed all of this show and you've just joined us right now, where have you been? You can see all of our shows on our YouTube channel. Just search for CruiseAway Australia on YouTube and you'll find all of our shows there. Don't forget, we are here every single day here on Channel 17 on Gecko at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if there's anything that you are thinking, right, well, I missed something, I have a question, remember, you've got the phone number there. It's toll free as well, so it's not going to cost you a cent to call. 1300 407 683 is our toll free telephone number. And listen, when it comes to cruise holidays, particularly something like this, which is 74 nights, I mean, that's a big, hefty holiday. Not everyone has that much holiday time. And if you want something shorter, quicker, sooner, then you can find it all on our website. It's there, cruiseaway.com.au. But if you're looking for new holiday ideas, please come back and join myself and Joe every single day, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon here on Gecko on Channel 17, and we will be more than glad to walk you through some massive adventures with all the cruise lines right the way around the world. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.